Hey Devin, it's time to wake up. You got a show to perform.
A new show to perform? All right, I'm excited.
I know you are. Why don't you go take a shower before you leave?
This show is called Practicing with Idioms, Part 1. I may not be good in English grammar, but I'll do my best to explain about these idioms. Hi, I'm Deven. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about idioms. Now, what are idioms? Idioms are phrases which cannot be understood simply by looking at the meaning of the individual words in the phrase. What are some examples? Let's start with number 1. Number 1. Cold feet. Cold feet means a loss or lack of courage or confidence. This idiom is pretty easy to use. Sometimes people do get scared of some things. Here's how you can use this idiom. Ice Girl was excited to get her medication from the doctor, but somehow she got cold feet when she arrived at the hospital. So basically, she lost courage when she arrived at the hospital. Most people do get nervous when they arrive at the hospital to get their medications. Number 2. Walking on thin ice. Now this idiom is easy to use. On thin ice means a situation which someone is doing something risky or dangerous that could have unpleasant or serious consequences. If you were actually walking or skating on thin ice, the ice could possibly break and you could possibly fall and die in the water. Let me give you an example. A high school sophomore girl arrives at school barefoot. She is now walking on thin ice. So basically, the high school girl is in a dangerous situation where she could end up in the principal's office. So she better put her shoes on before she gets caught. Number 3. Face the music. This one's a little bit complicated to use and understand. Facing the music means to be confronted with the unpleasant consequences of one's actions. You use this idiom like if you were punishing someone. Let me give you an example. You smacked Blackberry Twist's feet with a metal stick. You must now face the music. So your consequences are very unpleasant. Now you know that it's not okay to smack anyone's feet with anything. Number 4. Playing with fire. You have heard me use this idiom before. If someone is playing with fire, it means they are doing something dangerous that may result in great harm to them and cause many problems. Do you know how parents tell their children not to play with fire? Yeah, and do you want to know why? Because fire is extremely dangerous and will kill you easily. Playing with fire is never a good idea, and that's why parents tell their children not to play with fire. How do you use this phrase as an idiom? It's easy. Going to a city, a restaurant, a store, or any public buildings barefoot is like playing with fire. Going to school barefoot is also like playing with fire. And guess what? Telling jokes to an autistic superhero, teasing them, or not treating them like military soldiers is also like playing with fire. Playing with fire will lead you to unpleasant consequences, so think twice before you get in trouble. Number 5. Under the weather. If you're feeling under the weather, it means you're feeling unwell or somewhat sick. This idiom is fairly easy to use. You just use this idiom if you're feeling unwell or somewhat sick. Let me give you an example. Heatstroke came back home from a birthday party. She is now feeling under the weather. She had something that made her sick. At least she had a friend from Liberia to watch her. The woman from Liberia was nice enough to watch her while she was sick. Let's just move on to our next idiom. Number 6. Over my dead body. This idiom is slightly difficult to understand. This idiom is used to emphasize that one opposes something and would do anything to prevent it from happening. When you use this idiom, you're telling people that as long as you're alive, it's not happening. Let me give you a demonstration. Dragon Ball fan 2012 thinks he can take my shoes and use them for the dance over my dead body. Don't worry, he won't take away my shoes at all. Besides, he's a nice person. But now you know how over my dead body works. Let me show you another example. Dr. Eclipse asks Supernoffen,
Hey, Supernoffen, can I borrow your sword for a moment?
and Supernoffen replies to him,
Over my dead body, Dr. Eclipse.
So basically, Supernoffen just doesn't want his sword broken in any case. And that's how he used the over my dead body idiom. Number 7. To see red. This one is unexpectedly easy to use. If you see red, it means you've become very angry. Red represents anger, danger, blood. You get the idea. Here's how to use to see red as an example. Heatstroke sees red when she sees feet getting hurt like this. So basically, Heatstroke gets very angry when she sees feet being hurt. Heatstroke doesn't see red when she sees this. And hopefully nobody sees red after looking at the picture of feet being tickled. Number 8. Spill the beans. This one's easy to use. Spill the beans means reveal a secret before it's time. It's similar to letting the cat out of the bag, but they're still different. Because letting the cat out of the bag means a secret that's not supposed to be shared. So let's say this. Supernoffen, his sister Ice Girl, and his wife Heatstroke are planning a surprise birthday party for Dolphin Girl. The cake is a surprise for Dolphin Girl. Here is how they use the spill the beans idiom. So basically, they're just keeping it a secret until it is time for the birthday party. Now let's try the cat's out of the bag. Let's say this. Blackberry Twist is hiding the fact that she loves her bare feet being tickled. But then, Onion Girl decides to tell her cousins Raspberry Bloom and Blueberry Blush that Blackberry Twist loves her bare feet being tickled. Blackberry Twist now feels embarrassed that Onion Girl let the cat out of the bag. So even though that spill the beans and let the cat out of the bag are the same thing, they're still different nevertheless. Number 9. Speak of the devil. Now with this idiom, you gotta time it correctly. Speak of the devil means a person arrives after being mentioned in a conversation unexpectedly. Let me show you an example and how to time it correctly. My friend Jerry Bonds 171995 and I are hanging out on the beach. I told Jerry Bonds that I took Dragon Ball Fan 2012 to go see a movie. But then Dragon Ball Fan 2012 arrives unexpectedly. And that's when I go, hey, look, speak of the devil. So when you use this idiom, make sure that you time this idiom correctly so that everyone will understand what you are saying. Number 10. Do me a solid. This one is easy to use. When you ask someone to do you a solid, you're asking someone a favor. A lot of people use this idiom all the time. and you should know how to use it. So let's say this. Jerry Bonds 171995 is laying on the sand enjoying the sunshine in the beach. But suddenly his bare feet start bothering him. So he asks Dragon Ball Fan 2012,
Hey, buddy, could you do me a solid and rub my feet, please?
Sure, I'll be glad to.
So Dragon Ball Fan 2012 is doing Jerry Bonds 171995 a favor. And that's how the do me a solid phrase works.
Hey, Deven, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think so too. This video is becoming too long anyway. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and share this video with your friends. And remember to click the subscribe button and the bell button so that you'll get notified about my future videos. And please follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. All of my YouTube videos will premiere every Wednesday at 12 p.m., so set your reminders. I want to thank my friends for being on the show today. It was a great honor for them to be on the show with me, and I couldn't have done those idioms without them. Stay tuned for part 2, and they will be back. But now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go back inside and give my feet a bath. But as always, thank you all for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Deven Chisum saying peace out, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.